So, I gotta block off the comic section because it's literally nothing but stupid Steelers fans. And I'm frustrated enough having to deal with freaking the Squealers in any context. One team I hate more than anything, and I have hated them my whole entire life, the last 28 years of my life. Pittsburgh freaking Squealers. And nothing pains me more than seeing them at the top of this list. You got the Bills at 99.9%. You got the 85.5% Squealers. Then you got the Ravens at 48.4%. So, obviously, depending on how Lamar Jackson, situation pans out, if he is out for the next 2 to 3 games, because for some reason, Ian Rappaport came out yesterday and said he doesn't know where that report's coming from. By the way, the report that he's going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks is coming from the Baltimore Sun, which is a newspaper in Baltimore. That's why everyone is obviously talking about the fact Lamar is going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks. But for whatever reason, he claims that he doesn't understand where that's coming from, which, again, kind of, I don't know, whatever. Unless the Baltimore Sun is completely incorrect, which obviously is always possible. I don't think they're incorrect. He most likely will not play this Texans game, so as they lose more and more games, the Ravens' chances will slowly drop as well. Bengals are at 19.6%. Obviously, now that we know 100% we're not going for another quarterback or trading for another quarterback, and it's going to be Jake Browning the rest of the season, that 19.6% is holding a lot of weight. But at the same time, you're not out until you're out. So you got to keep grinding and keep, taking it 1 week at a time, one game at a time. So for us, it is what it is at the end of the day. But then you got the Brownies at 4.2%. This week they're starting Dylan Gabriel. They made it very clear, even if Dylan does not work out or he gets injured, it will be Joe Flacco. The Brownies are making sure that Shedeur Sanders will not see the field no matter what. So this is seeming to be a more personal thing than it is seeming to be just say, hey, we don't think Shedeur is good. The Browns are literally saying, like, if Dylan Gabriel is not the guy, we'll go with Joe Flacco, and we'll ride the whole season with Joe Flacco. We're not going with Shedeur Sanders at all, which I don't really understand this whole perspective with the Brownies. They drafted the guy. They said they only drafted him because it was such a good value for the pick. The owner has already came out and said that he did not want him. It was the GM that wanted him, and that he would not have taken him if it was up to him. And now they're at a point where they're just like, hey, if Dylan Gabriel's not the guy, we're not even going to see if Shedeur could be good. Like, we don't even want him out there. Even though their season's already going to heck, it's typical Cleveland Brownies crap, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Playoff chances for the NFC, Eagles number 1, all the way down to the Giants at 0.8%. Now, if somehow, some way, a miracle happened and we did win this week versus the Lions, there would have to be a crazy, insane miracle, if we're being honest. But I wonder what that would drop them to. Like the Lions was, 88%. And maybe they would drop to like 84% or something. Like, again, that's a very big miracle. It's never going to happen in a million years. But, hey, who knows? Maybe that once in a lifetime can actually happen. So, across the board, we're looking like the worst division in football. Which is kind of ironic because going into this year, I think we were one of the strongest divisions, but we're now becoming one of the worst divisions. Honestly, the strongest division for the AFC right now has to be the AFC West. It's not even close. You got the Chargers at 84, you got the Chiefs at 82, you got the Broncos at 68.7, and then you got the bottom of the barrel Las Vegas Raiders at 3.8, but you can't have every team do great. And then for the NFC, it has to be the NFC North at 88, 77. You got the Vikings at 32. And then again, you get the bottom of the barrel. You got your Bears at 16.3. So kind of crazy, but again, injuries will do that to you. If Joe Burrow was in and it wasn't Jake Browning, things would be so much different. The Browns would still be at 4.2%, don't get me wrong. They would still be at the very bottom, but you would see a little bit different on the side of, for us, it would be a little bit higher up there, right? We would probably be in like the 60s, 70s. Steelers would probably be 85.5 still because they are winning. Ravens, if Lamar Jackson didn't go down, they'd be in the 70s, 80s as well. So it is what it is, man. This season has been, look, every season we say this, but every season it's like, this is an insanely crazy season for no reason. And yeah, I'm still so torn on the fact that we're not going for another quarterback or even attempting to get another quarterback. It's still mind-boggling to me that this is something that, the Bengals are doing. You would think that they would try to be bettering themselves, but instead, it's Jake Browning until we die. I don't know which one will come first, but it is what it is. So, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one.